Don't you worry, Hawaii. Help is on the way. Oh my god. Finally, we're getting some help. Here you go. There's no more than where that came from. This is a fucking dollar. What? How? How am I supposed to feed my family off of this? You know what? At least more money isn't going to freaking Ukraine, at least. Hey, Joe, thanks for the 20. It's gonna be freaking fantastic over here. Man, I can't wait to freaking buy another mansion. Don't look at that. That's not building materials or anything.
What about the African Americans who have sat in jail for years on petty drug possession crimes?
All right, Harry, let me tell you about this time. That was before you and I were born, okay? It was the year 1994, and the senator went ahead and they passed one of the most racist things ever for drug possessions. It would also make people who are minorities stay for a longer time for the same crime that white people commit. Huh, what was the guy's name? That's right, it was Joe Biden. And then there was this one person in California that went ahead and arrested more black people than ever for like any crime or with weed. Oh, what was that person's name? Oh, right, it was Kamala Harris. Yeah. Hmm. Makes you think, right, Harry?
Flag in front of your house, you're probably a racist.
Or just maybe you love your country so damn much you want to show it off. Okay, look, I went to a freaking high school where I was the minority. All right, whites were the minority. Okay, and everyone loved their country there too. In that neighborhood, it's a majority black neighborhood, and they have flags of the U.S. Are you telling me they're racist too? Are they racist? Are they racist for loving their country? Or maybe it's because you actually are, because you're so close minded that you think whatever doesn't align with your political opinion, or just your opinion whatsoever, it is wrong. Maybe you need to go ahead and think outside of your own needs. Joe Biden doesn't regret picking Kamala Harris as his VP. Really? Why is that? Well, it's because she's a strong political force. I don't believe you. It's because she's a woman. Yeah. And that she's a minority? Yeah. Is it really that obvious? Well, yeah, I mean, she's literally the worst thing in politics ever. Well, at least in America. Hello, guys, and welcome to Politically Unhinged. Look, I am very sorry if with the technical difficulties right there. I'm gonna be honest. I was not fucking expecting that. Look, I think it's because like I got more tabs open than usual because there's so much shit that we have to go over now. All right, there's literally so much stuff that we need to go ahead and look over because so much stuff has happened in this week alone. Granted, look, yes, a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about is the Trump indictment. That's a complete fucking sham, by the way. Because, like, look, this is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy charge. Conspiracy charges means that the state has to prove everything. All right? All that Trump has to do is prove that his state of mind, and he wins. Okay? That's all that he has to do to win these charges. So if you're going to get charged for anything, you want it to be a conspiracy charge. Because that is going to be your best bet at getting out of anything and everything. All right? So you need to really think about that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to talk about today. There's like I said, there's a whole bunch. So we need you guys to keep on tuning into this. All right. This is stuff that is happening in the making. All right. There's the Trump stuff. There's the Michael Oher story that I want to talk about just because it's honestly kind of weird what's been going on there. All right. Let me know what your guys' opinions are with the Michael Oher stuff. I'm curious what you guys think. And then there's the stuff with Joe Biden. I mean, obviously, there's stuff with him. I'm talking about like the stuff with fucking Hawaii with him. All right. As you guys know, I fucking don't think Joe Biden is a smart guy whatsoever. I think Joe Biden literally just walks around everywhere and like has like a skip in his heart. So like he probably has like a mini heart attack like every single time he opens his mouth. But look, all right, so we need to talk about this. This is everything that we need to talk about. So I wish I could show you how many freaking tabs I have, guys. It's insane. I got like freaking 15. I got like 10 tabs at least open, and it's like I'm a freaking middle-aged woman. And I'm about to say, oh, it's the video games that are going ahead and making the Wi-Fi slower. It's not video games. It's like I'm that freaking white bitch that doesn't understand technology. That's literally what it is. So I figured we go ahead, cover this stuff, and if we got time, we can fuck around a bit. We can fuck around with the thing that I've been teasing for like the last week and a half. If we can go ahead and see what happens there. All right, so what should we get into first? Man, there's so much shit to get into, and it's completely moronic what we have to talk about because people do not understand the law. They do not understand what necessarily is going on. There was one person that didn't understand that little short that I had earlier where I freaking did the satire with Hawaii. You know, they're just like, he said this much money. Did you really think it adds up to $1? It said satire in the fucking video. You know what? I'm going to see if I can pull that up. I took a screenshot of it. And you guys are going to think it's freaking hysterical. Like, if you ever feel stupid, at least you aren't this person that doesn't understand necessarily what is going on. Like, they didn't even bother to fucking read anything. So let's see if I'm able to pull it up here. Actually, well, it's on YouTube. We'll just pull it up on YouTube to make it easier. But yeah, these people are freaking insane, man. Like, All right, so well, it might take a while because, like I said, it's like I'm a freaking middle-aged woman now with the freaking tabs that I got open. The freaking video games are making it take forever. Not like I have freaking 30,000 fucking tabs. All right. You guys ready to see what this idiot commented? All right, so this is with my Hawaii little freaking thing. Let's get this over here. All right, it's in our shorts. Here. All right. How y'all doing today? Hey, let's get this fucking party started. All right. So here is what he said. Right here. All right. So this is how stupid people are, guys. All right. So if you haven't seen this short yet, go check it out. I mean, it's also on my TikTok and Instagram. So right here, it says satire. All right. It says satire right there. This person said he sent them 200 million. How do you calculate that to $1? It's called satire. It's literally in the description. How fucking stupid are you? How do you not know that's satire? How fucking dumb are you? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the Trump stuff. There's so much shit we got to talk about Trump with. It's not even fucking funny. All right. So let's dive right into it with Trump. All right. All right, let's see. We want to do. So this is something that I think you guys need to know about Trump. So Trump went ahead. Let me fucking find this damn thing. I got so many fucking pictures. So it's Trump too. No, I don't want the fucking that one. What's all right? Yeah. Yep. So it's this one. All right. So instead of being part of the debate, all right. So Trump is going ahead and he's going to sit down with an interview with Tucker Carlson. He's going to skip the first GOP debate. We do not know if this necessarily means that he's going to be going ahead and skipping the debates altogether yet. Which, in all honesty, most likely will happen. I don't think we're going to see Trump debate in the primaries. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, I mean, so if you were expecting Trump to go ahead in the debate in the first one, ain't going to happen. All right, he's not going to attend it. All right. So, so yeah, Trump's going to be sitting down with Tucker Carlson for an interview. But whatever. Trump's going to be going ahead and doing that. Trump is going to be calling it basically his fireside chat. We fucking freeze. Okay, I think we froze, guys. I think we froze for a second. That was a fucking terrible freeze. God, you know what? First one to go ahead and get that freeze and freaking meme it and send it to me, I'll buy you some merch. I'll buy you some merch, all right? So if you go ahead and meme it, go ahead and do it. All right. So yeah, President Trump will be calling this his fireside chat. So Trump received heavy criticism for not attending the Family Leadership Summit in Iowa and the fireside chat in Carlson in July, and other major campaign opponents, including second place challenger Ron DeSantis, joined Carlson in Iowa for an interview. So that's Trump going ahead and just doing that interview with Tucker. I think it's because so he can have a longer time with Tucker, and he can go ahead and say this is what I'm going to be doing this time. This is how I'm actually going to be draining the swamp. Instead, though, he had freaking 4 years to do it, and he didn't. So, But like, you can always make the argument that like, well, now he knows where the bodies are buried, so he can go ahead and do it in all actuality now. Well, my thing is, if he was going to do it, he should have done it already. All right. Would I say no to another Trump presidency? Of course not. I think his policies are freaking amazing. I'm just tired of old people. All right. And I think DeSantis, I like DeSantis a lot more. I think DeSantis is great. I think DeSantis, how he's running his campaign, well, how he started it anyway, was fucking stupid. As Ben Shapiro put it, he's running as Trump light. What the fuck? Trump light. Like, all right, like, DeSantis, this wasn't the reason why people liked you when you were freaking announced your presidency, your candidacy in the first place. All right, so other things about Trump. So as you guys know, Trump was indicted for like the umpteenth time. Like, I want to tell you what, there's going to be more Trump indictments coming. All right, it's just bound to happen because every single time that there is something that comes out in the Biden family, they're going to indict Trump. That's just how it's going to work. You can call me crazy for that, but that's just how it is going to. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this event that Trump canceled. So Trump canceled an event that he was going to show evidence of the election fraud in Georgia. So he went ahead and he canceled that. One, I think it's a smart move. Don't give the people your evidence early. Fucking smartest move he probably ever has done. Probably listened to his lawyers for once. Right? And like, look, you guys know. Trump does not listen to anyone. So, like, it's impossible to be his fucking lawyer. He would be like, I'm not listening to you. You're stupid. All right. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. All right. You listen here. So Trump decides he's going to cancel an event where he said he was going to showcase the evidence of election fraud in Georgia. Good. So after being indicted at the start of the week on 13 felony accounts in Fulton County related to his alleged efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election, Trump said on social media he was going to be releasing detailed but irrefutable report on alleged election fraud, which took place in Georgia. All right. So Trump stated that based on the results of this conclusive report, all charges should be dropped against me and others. There will be a complete exoneration. So Trump's lawyers pled to him to not hold the event because it could be used against them in the case. Good job, Trump. You listen to your lawyers. All right? That is what you are supposed to do when it comes to these cases. All right? You shouldn't be going around and talking about these cases going like, hey, listen. All right, folks. So, all this stuff is bullshit. All right, folks. I just want to let you know. Folks, okay? Okay, all this shit is done. It's stupid, folks. All right? It's stupid. All right, folks? You hear me, folks? All right. So, yeah, so like that's what Trump finally ended up doing, which he should have been doing whenever these cases were brought against him in general. All right? All of his cases, I'm not talking about just the freaking fourth one. He should have been doing this with every single one of them. All right? It's that fucking simple. All right? So, smart on Trump for going ahead and listening to his lawyers on this. All right? Like,
That has to be one of the hardest fucking jobs in America, is being Trump's lawyer. So, okay, all right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and let's see. What do we want to talk about? Oh yeah. So we're gonna talk about this one later. Okay, so we don't want to talk about this one. All right. So we're gonna talk about more about the Georgia case now for you guys. All right. That one's with ABC. So. All right. All right, you guys should be seeing it shortly. So, majority of Americans think that Trump's charges in Georgia for the election interference case are serious. All right. Thing is, all these are based on conspiracy accounts. If you're going to get charged for anything, have it be conspiracy. All that you have to do is prove your state of mind, and you go off scot-free. It's that simple. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure about you, but I didn't get bold for this. It's not fucking serious at all. Right? I want to know who they got pulled by. Like, who did they pull? So, all right. So, here we go. In a week where former President Trump was indicted for the fourth time, I said fucking first, it's not. A majority of Americans, 63%, say the charges approved by a grand jury in Georgia related to efforts to overturn the 2020 election results in the state are serious. 47% say somewhat serious. Oh, sorry, 47% are saying serious. Yes, or somewhat serious, which is 16%. And this is according to an ABC News poll. So guess what? They fucking asked like New York or some shit. They went to fucking New York City, went ahead and asked people. They called the Democrats and some independents and asked them what they thought. That's all it fucking was. Because here, look, here's the thing. It's not. It's a conspiracy charge. These conspiracy charges are stupid. All right? You literally just prove your state of mind and you're good to go. All right? It's that simple. Just go ahead, go like, hey, I was in this state of mind. All right? I actually thought it. Went ahead and did it. That's why I actually thought it. I had this evidence. Guess what? Done. Good. Easy. Kind of like CoverGirl. Easy breezy. So. All right. So. As you guys know, with the account, so let's talk about these. Let's go ahead and break these down. I hope these have them listed off here, but most likely not. It's like I said, these accounts are conspiracy, and it looks like these aren't listed on these freaking things. So all these accounts, like I said, conspiracy, simple. Prove your state of mind. Done. Lawyers, what? Oh yeah, by the way, wait, how they're doing this is how they got the mob back in New York. That's how they're freaking doing the charges. It is one of the most insane, stupid things ever. So just think about that, all right? They're going ahead and they're using the mob tactic to get the guys. Say that the little guy is going to rat on the bigger guy, and that bigger guy is going to rat on the other guy, and so forth and so on. It's like the hitman hired a hitman that hired a hitman, stuff like that. And like he'll end up going ahead and getting the mob boss for tax evasion. That's what it is. Okay? Like, it's one of the dumbest fucking things that I've seen in recent American history. Yeah. Yeah, it's recent American history, not like this one idiot on TikTok that said current American history. How the fuck does that make any sense? Current American history. That was on my buddy's, if I remember correctly, his handle is Dirtbag. Go ahead, check him out on TikTok. If you got it, check him out. So, all right. So, more stuff with Trump. All right. Right. So, this is about a Texas woman. A Texas woman charged with threatening to kill judge in Trump election case. Why are you people so fucking stupid? You cannot be threatening people's lives whatsoever. You cannot be. I don't care if you don't like the outcome or anything like that. You shouldn't be doing it. Like, what? Are you this? Are you this insane? What? What makes you think this is exactly how we're supposed to do things here? Like, because it's not. I love this fucking country, but what the fuck? Like, good Lord. All right, so let's go ahead, dive into this more. So, Texas woman was charged with threatening to kill Tanya S. Chutkin, the federal judge in Washington who is overseeing former President Donald Trump's prosecution on charges of seeking to overturn the 2020 election. No. Really? Really? In a message, Ms. Schrei told Judge Chutkin, if Trump doesn't get in 2024, we are coming to kill you, so tread lightly, bitch. According to the complaint, she added, you will be targeted personally, publicly, your family, all of it. What the fuck? That is not what you're supposed to do. Look. All right? This isn't the way you're supposed to react when it comes to this stuff. You shouldn't be reacting this way. All right? I don't care what fucking what fucking side of the aisle you're on the political spectrum. You shouldn't be acting this way. All right? The liberals act this way more than we do, but like, you shouldn't be acting this way in general. Well, these people have the insanity to go ahead and say, like, yes, let's go ahead and act in this defamatory manner and say, like, yeah, everything's going to be fine. No, that's not how you react. You're a freaking grown-ass adult. You shouldn't be acting this way. I don't freaking care if you actually have those feelings. You did not go after and go ahead and threaten someone's fucking life. You do not. That's just not what you're supposed to do. Like, why do I have to tell someone that is literally like 20 years my elder to act like a freaking adult? This is some shit that people like look that are my age, they're in their mid-20s would do. Like, wow. All right, so guess what? All right, so it gets even better. All right. When she left a voicemail attacking the judge who was black, she used a racial slur. Listen. Why? So before the call, Mr. Trump, so President Trump had posted a message on his social media platform, Truth Social, saying, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." His campaign said the words were not directed against anyone involved in the election interference case. Well, duh. All right. This isn't directed at anyone necessarily. You can say that it's directed at literally anyone. Because look, even at a legal standpoint with this, there's no standing with this phrase right here. There's no standing in court with this because like it's not stating anything. All right, so we need to keep on talking about this stuff. Like, I don't understand why so many Republicans are threatening the lives of people now. All right, look, we're better than this. All right, we shouldn't be threatening the lives of these people. We're no better than the other side doing this. Look, the other side threatens our lives on a daily basis because we don't think that freaking babies should be murdered. We don't think that freaking men can become women. We don't think that children should be trans. The other side goes ahead and they freaking defame the shit out of us and they threaten us. Look, I've gotten the threats. All right, look, I'm becoming a public figure. So look, I knew what I was getting into. All right, but this is insane. Why? Why are they going ahead and they're doing this? You shouldn't be acting this way whatsoever. I shouldn't be going ahead and telling you to go ahead and act moral. This is not what should be happening. This is the second time I'm doing this? It's like 2 weeks in a row I'm doing this and I'm telling people not to do this. Maybe it's a third week. Maybe it's been a few weeks since the last one, but like, come on. You saw how well it ended up for the last guy. I think it was the Colorado man that freaking threatened Joe Biden's life. He ended up getting killed. Granted, the guy freaking had a gun on him. Well, the freaking FBI went ahead and checked up on him. But you shouldn't be doing this. There's asinine, ridiculous things that you say. You go ahead and you say like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take your freaking life." You shouldn't be doing this. All right? These threats are actually harmful and will get you arrested, and they will go ahead and put you in prison because, like, look, that is not protected under the First Amendment. All right? That type of speech is not. You cannot threaten someone's life. All right, so more Trump stuff. So, all right, I'm not. All right. More Trump stuff. This is according from ABC News once again. All right. So President Trump asks the judge to schedule his federal election interference trial for 2026. Look, I think it's fair, all right? Because look, the left is going ahead and they are literally piling up these cases against him so he cannot campaign in 2024. That's their strategy. All right? Because they know if Trump goes ahead and wins the nomination, which is most likely what's going to happen, guys. All right? It's like it's a snowball chance in hell that like any other nominee is going to win it right now. Granted, look, do I want another person? Yeah, because like I want someone for 8 years and not 4. Okay, so that's where my standpoint is. All right, so the thing is that like will the judge go ahead and approve this? No, they won't. All right. The special counsel asked for it to start in January. It would last several months. And you have to appear in court this entire time. Former President Trump's legal team has requested the judge overseeing his federal 2020 election interference case which is scheduled for January, to schedule the trial for April of 2026, more than 2.5 years from now. Smart move. All right. Very smart move. All right. Because like, even if they cannot do this, they can go ahead and compromise to let's say something that is in 2025. They can go ahead and compromise to that. In contrast, Special Counsel Jack Smith last week requested D.C. District Judge, which the one that had their life threatened, to schedule Trump's trial for this coming January, arguing it would vindicate the public's strong interest in a speedy trial. Look, not a smart move to do this. All right. Especially with any of this stuff. Because look, every single politician does this. They contest the results. They do all of this. It's just something that happens. It's not something that Trump just does. Look, if they're going to go ahead and they are going to say you can't contest the election results as the sitting president or just as a nominee, you're not going to have a fair election again. These politicians do it all the time. And are you saying that you're not supposed to do it anymore? Fucking ridiculous. Like, he wants to start it for January 2nd. Really? That's not helping the public's interest that hard, especially during an election cycle. What it's helping is keeping the Bidens out of the freaking headlines because there's so much shit going on with them. That's what it's helping. It's not the public's best interest for this right now. The government rejects this sensible approach. Instead, it seeks the trial calendar more rapid than most no-document misdemeanors, requesting just 4 months from the beginning of discovery to jury selection. That is the short fucking time for discovery. All right? They're doing that for a reason. All right? Discovery is supposed to last a long-ass time. Want to know why they're doing that? Because they don't want to give Trump a fair shake. So good on his lawyers for requesting it to go ahead and be in 2026. So the judge will be hearing both of them in 10 days. That's August 28th. All right. in a conference. She's going to be hearing both arguments. That is on a Monday. That's able to get broadcasted. We'll go ahead and we'll listen to it. So, but yeah, 4 months of discovery. 4 months. 4 months for discovery. Fucking stupid. These dumb ass motherfuckers. All right, look, they're not dumb. All right. This is honestly a smart thing by the prosecutors to do. So, like, the defense doesn't have time to get this stuff sorted out. But stupid as hell. All right, you know what? So we got one more Trump thing to go into. All right, it's just a quick one. Oh well, actually, did just talk about it. So we got no more Trump stuff. All right, the Trump stuff took so much time, guys. We had so much to talk about it. So like, this stuff is insane. So before we get into the Hawaii stuff, we're going to talk about the Michael Oher stuff. All right, the Michael Oher situation. As you guys know, Michael Oher, or a famous lineman, he played for the Ravens back in the day. He became a household name as a lineman. It's insane. Right, and this was because of his story from The Blind Side. Like, he didn't like The Blind Side, all right? He said it made him look like an idiot. But, you know, fair enough. Said he didn't even know how to play football. Been playing for football for years. Years when he was also an honor student, or like straight A's on either one. Understandable. Okay? So, let's jump into this stuff, all right? I do think we need a break from like politics real quick, just to give us a bit of breathing room. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about the Hawaii stuff. Really messed up what's going on in Hawaii. You know, well, what's happened to Hawaii. And President Joe Biden doesn't fucking care. Look, Joe Biden did announce that he plans to visit. I'll believe it when I see it. All right, it took him over a month to freaking visit Pennsylvania when they had that freaking hazard bullshit. Like, yeah, I mean, like he did freaking visit, and like his transportation secretary took like a month to get there. What's going to happen is he's going to show up. He's going to show up in like a month. Look, all right, I already know that none of these political campaigns listen to this show, but if you're going to be running for political office, or if you're ever a campaign manager, best thing to do is when a crisis hits, have your candidate go there as soon as possible, especially during an election cycle. It will show empathy for the voters, and they will remember who showed up first. Not second, not third. They're going to remember who showed up first. So it was a smart move for Trump to show up to Pennsylvania when that happened. Be a smart move for Trump to show up to Hawaii now. Get some pictures with him searching through the rubble, helping look for people. That's what should happen. But campaign manager's not smart enough to think about that. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the Michael Oher stuff. All right. So, as you guys know, Michael Oher, so let's jump into it. This is coming from Bloomberg. As you know, I hate Bloomberg, but oh well, it's whatever. Oh wait, this is USA Today. I want a Bloomberg one. Click the Bloomberg one for the USA Today one. Give me a second. All right. The deeply sad lawsuit of the blindside NFL player Michael Oher. So what happened is earlier this year, what is going on is that in Tennessee probate court, the Tuohys lied about Michael Oher's adoption. And is one upon of co-conservators, Lee and Tuohy and Sean Tuohy. All right. And saying that they have enriched themselves at his expense. All right. Kind of like the Britney Spears stuff. Okay. Pretty simple. All right. So people are now questioning what was true. What's true about the movie now? No, what's true about this? So what's happening now is that like all this stuff went ahead, popped out, whatever. All right, and now the Tuohy family is going ahead and they say that they are planning to go ahead and end the conservatorship because you know what, smart for them. I hope that the family stays together with Michael Oher because like this is like who he thought his family was. So good for him. I mean, but so just so you know, for this because there's a good paragraph that I think you guys need to know. So legal experts said that there is no basis for the conservatorship to exist. Sean Tuohy and the couple's attorney have said this week that the conservatorship was means of protection for Oher to attend Ole Miss, the couple's alma mater, and the maneuver would make him part of the family. All right, so technically, depending what conservatorship, what type, like it's true. All right, so all along, Oher said he thought he'd been illegally adopted. Well, can't necessarily be adopted at that age. Or is also seeking back pay for any money from the Tuohys that may have earned through the conservatorship, mainly the life rights agreement and contract for the 2009 blockbuster movie The Blind Side. Michael Oher got every dime he had coming, said the Tuohy's lawyer. All right, so that's about it that I wanted to talk about with it. So let's get into the Hawaii bullshit. All right. And if you have questions, go ahead, drop them down in the chat. Let's talk about Hawaii. Very, very devastating what has gone on in Hawaii. All right. And what did Joe Biden decide to do for these people? All right. This is just proving that Joe Biden doesn't care. All right. So Joe Biden, he goes ahead and he sends $700 to the Maui fire victims. All right. Yeah, $700 per family. Per family. Per household. What does that get you in the freaking Biden economy? Especially in Hawaii? A carton of eggs, some milk, and a loaf of bread. That's not going to feed your family. All right? Yes, it is insulting Newsweek, all right? Because, guess what Joe Biden did? Okay. Joe Biden sent $113 billion to Ukraine. Huh. And there we go. The government announced it was sending $200 million in defensive capabilities for Ukraine. For Ukraine, guys. Good job, Biden. Good job. You're a smart guy, Biden. You're a smart guy, Joe. Good job, Joe. All right, so they said this after the first casualties were announced on Wednesday. Biden expressed his deepest condolences. No, he fucking didn't. Well, no, he said. Well, no, he said when people were asking him about Hawaii, no comment. No comment. No comment. When reporters were asking him about Hawaii, while he was, people go like, well, he was on vacation. You're the president of the United States. Even when you're on vacation, you're on the clock, motherfucker. All right? It's that simple. He showed his condolences. No, you fucking didn't. You did not. You did not do that as soon as you first found out. No comment. Was that because the DNC didn't tell you what to say just yet? Is that because your wife didn't have the teleprompter ready for you? Didn't have an earpiece in? Look, Joe, you're the president of the United States. You need to start acting like it and stop acting like the president of Ukraine. The American people are hurting. And what do you keep on doing? You go ahead and you send money over to fucking Ukraine that they do not need. All right? You should not be sending that money over to them, Joe. It's that simple. Instead, you should be focusing on the stuff here. Your policies have affected so many American people's lives that we are literally pinching pennies because of you, asshole. All right? You tout that inflation went down to 3%. Went down by 3%. Well, freaking inflation is still at a 40-year high, Joe. Still at a freaking 40-year high. Just because, let's say inflation was 10%, now it's 3%. Shit is still getting more expensive, Joe. You dumb fuck. All right? You need to start acting like the president because you are the president of the United States. Even though I think you got it illegitimately, you need to start acting like it. You are a disgrace to this country because you do not act like you care about the American people. All that you care about is your fucking self, and you do not care about the American people. You care about lining your freaking pockets with your freaking son's money and sending off money to his freaking countries that he gets the money from so you can get more money. Now from the U.S. government. Going ahead and lining pockets of his freaking friends. This is fucking ridiculous. All right? So you need to go ahead and you need to sit down and apologize to the American people for what you have done to us. All right? You should have resigned in disgrace with Kamala Harris a long time ago. You should have done that a long time ago, Joe. Will you ever do it? No. You will not. Why? Because you do not fucking care about this country. You are the most un-American president that I have ever witnessed. That I have even read about. You are a freaking geriatric old moron that doesn't care what is going on to the people that he's supposed to protect, to the people that he's supposed to make lives better for. You tout that, oh, I have more job growth. Well, Joe, guess what? That job growth that you go ahead and tout, it's just for jobs that were returning because the freaking country was shut down for freaking 2 years when we shouldn't have been. All right? You shouldn't be counting that job growth, especially when you're talking about part-time jobs that people have to work now on top of their full-time jobs to make ends meet. All right? It's that simple, Joe. All right? Do I need to draw a picture for you so you can understand it? Because I will. It'll be just as good as you can do because I cannot fucking draw. But at least I can color inside the lines, unlike you, because you probably color like a freaking third grader. You know what? Stretch that. Like a 3-year-old. Right? They probably give you the freaking kids menu when you go out, and they hand you the crayons, and you can't get through the damn maze. All right, Joe? All right, so more about Hawaii. All right. Not sharing this just because, it's... And we're going to get back into the rant because there's an estimated 1,300 people missing in Hawaii. This is the most deadly fire in modern American history, and Joe's doing nothing for you. Joe doesn't give a shit. Joe doesn't care about you guys. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that he does not care about you? These politicians do not care about you guys. You may think that they do, but they never fucking will care about you. All right? And it's a fucking shame. It's a shame that they went ahead and they tricked the American people thinking that they do care about them. It's a shame. Shame on us for believing these idiots. Shame on us for going ahead and giving them our trust. We have ourselves to blame for this as well. That's simple. Right? However, know who else we have to blame for this? Just the institutions in general. We have to blame the people that go ahead and they listen to daddy old government thinking that everything's going to get better by electing the same people with the same damn policies that keeps on going on, and you get the same fucking outcome. You get the same outcome for everything, guys. And you're saying if you go ahead and elect this person with the same fucking policies, it's going to end up different. It's not. It just won't work out that way. A freaking kindergartner that still shits his pants can figure that out. Why can't adults figure that out? All right? Why do these people go ahead, they move to a different state, they elect the same fucking people that ruined their state beforehand, and they expect something different? It's stupid. This isn't what you're supposed to be doing. We say trial and error, trial and error. Well, it gets to a certain point where you're just a fucking moron. It gets to that point. Uh-oh, did we get disconnected on Twitch? Oh, we did it. Okay. But it just gets to a point where you're a fucking moron, folks, all right? It gets to that point. It's that simple. Like, this is as simple as tricking a kid with a fucking shiny quarter and them giving you your freaking lunch. This is how these politicians treat you. This is how they treat you, folks. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's right? Do you think it's right for the politicians to treat you like you're a freaking 2-year-old that doesn't know the basics of anything? You haven't showed them anything otherwise. You go ahead and we elect them for the same damn thing over and over again. So, do we need to go ahead and just say, yeah, everything's good? I think it is. Yeah. Give me a fucking break. We deserve everything that's coming to us, folks. Right? Because we expect different outcomes from the same people that push the same damn policies every single time. By the time that we've learned from it, we'll be too damn late. All right? It will be too damn late. Wait. If we don't change things soon, we are in a reckoning. Yeah. We will be praying for the days that we've had these people with the shittier policies that they have right now. While we keep on electing these people, it's just going to get far, far worse. That's just how it's going to happen. And the sooner we realize that, the better. The sooner we realize this, is the faster we can go ahead and say, like, hey, maybe this shouldn't happen. Maybe, just maybe, we should take that look in the mirror. Maybe we should go ahead and look what everything actually means again. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking tired of this bullshit. I'm 25 years old. All right? Look, I haven't been alive that long, but I know what policies work and what policies don't. Guess what? 99.9% of the policies that the left pushes do not work. And guess what? About 90% policies of the right pushes now do not work as well. Makes you think. We need to go ahead and we need to allocate the right policies, get the right people elected to change this country to what it's supposed to be like. But we are more interested in, what pisses off the other side more? What pisses off the other side? We shouldn't be thinking that way. We should not. We should be thinking of the way, how can we make this country better? How can we go ahead and leave this country better for the next 3 generations? The next 3, not the next generation, because we fuck it up too much for them. We fuck it up too much for them. All right? We need to think about the next 3 ones. The next 3 generations. Because we fuck up everything to non-belief. Whenever we think about, like, we're going to make it better for the next generation. No, we're going to fuck it up. We fucked it up for way too long. This debt, our grandchildren's grandchildren's grandchildren are going to be paying this off. Unless we get people that actually know what the hell they're doing. People say, like, we need to have the national debt. No, we fucking don't. Guess what? The reason why the national debt is so high is because of freaking Richard Nixon. He took us off the gold standard. He took us off the gold standard, and now we're having all this inflationary policy. He's like, we're supposed to say, hey, okay, it's fine. I'm just drowning in debt now because I can't afford anything. The dumbest freaking decision anyone's ever made. Ever. We should have never gotten off the gold policy. It's that simple. But are we going to have people get us back onto the gold standard? No, because they're all morons and they do not think that way. We should have always been on the gold standard. The gold standard worked for years. And Richard Nixon comes along. Granted, look, I think a lot of his policies were great. And he goes ahead and he takes us off it. Come on. What? This is stupid. And now we fast forward. We're about, 70 years. And guess what? Now, we are in a battle to keep the United States, the global backing for money. Now we're in a fight for that. We're in a fight to keep the U.S. dollar where it's at. If we didn't get it off the gold standard, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't be having a lot of the problems that we have today when it comes to the economy if we didn't get the money off the gold standard. But guess what? We did, and now we have all these fucking problems. Now, it's not only that's going on now. Now we have to worry about these morons freaking transing our kids, going ahead and making the frogs fucking gay, which is actually real, by the way. Alex Jones has been proven right again. Didn't think you'd see that coming. Are we serious? Are we going ahead and we're saying like everything's fine when it's not? It will never be fine. We'll never be fine until we take a look at ourselves. We take a look at the people that we're actually electing in this country. That's why I'm running for president as soon as I fucking can. I'm going to change this country to how it's supposed to be. I am tired of seeing these people destroy our country for the next several generations. All right? It's that damn simple. I'm tired of seeing these people going ahead and they're destroying our country bit by bit, shredding up the Constitution, shredding up your God-given rights. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of them going ahead and saying, hey, let's go ahead and make more restrictions on your rights. I'm tired of it. You should be too. You need to be tired of it. You shouldn't be saying everything is fine. Because it's not, and it never will be. The best we can do is go ahead and take a look at ourselves in this situation. And say, what can we do better? Guess what? We could do a lot of things better, but are we going to? No, because the human species is inherently selfish. We are selfish human beings. We always have been. There's a reason why in the Bible it says, love thy neighbor. And it's because we are selfish. We are selfish human beings. We are selfish beings. The Lord knew that. He knows it now. That's why we keep on striving to say, I need to be better. I need to put other people in front of me. We wouldn't need to do that if we weren't selfish. We've been selfish for far too long. We have been selfish human beings. We have been selfish beings. And we go ahead and we point our fingers at the other side, saying it's their fault. It's your fault. We wag our fingers every single time. Guess what? It's not just their fault. It's also our fault. We carry this burden together. As much as we don't like them for their political beliefs, their ideology, we have to look inside. We have to look inside and say, hey, maybe I am part of the problem as well. But will we do that? No, we won't. We won't go ahead and do that. Because that's just how we are. We're selfish beings. Not going to happen at all. You tell me, do you think it's going to happen? Fucking won't. But whatever. All right, guys. Look, it's been a pleasure freaking speaking to you guys. It's been a pleasure giving you this stuff. Once again, this political movement wouldn't be happening without you guys. Yes. Working on something very, very special for you guys right now. I'm going to try to get it out by next week, early September. I'm working on something special for you guys. Please. So make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're checking that community page because I will be announcing it shortly. All right. All right. So we're going to end off on this quote by the creator of Dynamite. I'm trying to find the best one. Where? Okay. Alfred Nobel regretted that his invention dynamite was converted to degrading use, hence his creation of the Nobel Prize. As the humanist counter to the destructive power of his genius. And I have no freaking way to pronounce this guy's name, but I'm going to go ahead and share this one. Share the screen. I just realized I wasn't. So I'll read it several times for you guys. We're going to go ahead and scroll in. It's Wally somewhere the hell, so we're going to. Alfred Nobel regretted that his invention, dynamite, was converted to degrading use, hence his creation of the Nobel Prize, as the humanist counter to the destructive power of his genius. Alfred Nobel regretted that his invention dynamite was converted to degrading use, hence his creation of the Nobel Prize, as the humanist counter to the destructive power of his genius. That is by Wally, however the fuck you pronounce his name. Soyinka. Wally Soyinka. We're going to go with that. Thank you guys, and God bless.